Now before we get on to moving the chooks, I'd just like to take a quick walk around each of the sections in the veggie patch as they are at the moment. So obviously this is a bit of a snapshot in time. It will be effectively the same any month or any time of the year. Each section will be at a different level of productivity and the chooks will be in a different section of the veggie patch. There's 6 different sections, so let's just run through those sections now. The first section is where the chooks are. And as you can see, they're still in here digging away. They've turned this soil, eaten most of the existing weeds and plants that were in here. And this is ready for us today. We're actually going to move the chooks to the next section, but this is now ready for me to come in and do the few things that I do to prepare it into a bed that we can then plant our crops. I'll just go to the next section. So the next section is then 1 month old. So a month ago the chooks were in this section. You can see most of these plants are still developing. Not really a lot of picking to be had in this bay. You might get a few lettuce leaves and things like that, but at a month old, most crops are still well and truly in their development stage. The third section, the crops in here are now 2 months old. Most things in here are now being quite productive. We've already picked some of the lettuces out of here, so you can see there's some bare patches starting to come. Now if you wanted to work this system a bit more intensively, you could probably put secondary crops in those places, but my lifestyle's a little bit pushed for time, so I probably don't work things quite as hard as I have to. So you can see in here most things picking. You know, we've got basil, tomatoes, beans just starting to come into crop, lettuces, a couple of fennel up the back. So this is probably your main productive area. Section 4, the crops in here are now 3 months old. Still plenty of picking to be had here. You can see again some bare patches starting to come from where we've removed crops. Probably at 4 months you wouldn't be planting too many extra things in here. Things are starting to get ready for when the chooks come through and do their job again. This is the 5th section, so this section's now 4 months old. Not too much going on here. We've got some remnant tomatoes, still with a bit of productivity going there, a bit of basil, bit of silver beet, fair bit of open space where crops have been removed. No point at all planting anything extra here because in about a month the chooks are going to be in this section. Now into the 6th section. This bay is now 5 months old. You can see weeds have come up. Haven't really bothered doing any weeding or anything in here. Absolutely no point. Chooks are coming through today. They're going to tractor, eat, turn this whole bay over. So after about that 3-4 month period, there's really no point doing too much weeding or any maintenance because the chooks are going to do it for you. So unless you're a bit of a clean freak and you want to have everything looking beautiful, you know, again, I've got time restraints, so I let the chooks do the work. Just before we go and move the chooks, there are also 2 other areas in this veggie patch, and they're the 2 pathway areas. And the chooks actually never spend any time in these sections, which gives us a couple of permanent beds either side of the paths. And in them, it gives you the opportunity to grow crops that last longer than five months. For example, in here, this is where I grow my strawberries. You may also want to grow herbs, or you might just want to grow flowers or something that make your veggie patch look pretty. Okay, so today's chook moving day. Just before we move the chooks into this bay, I just want to have a bit of a poke around and see what's left in here, see if there's anything we want to save before we let the chooks in here to do their tractoring work. Okay, we've got a couple of beetroots here. This one's still pretty good, hasn't gone to seed, so we'll save that. That can go to the kitchen. Another small one, that's pretty good too. This one here that's gone to seed, that'll be tough, it'll be full of wood, so there's no point keeping that, so that can go down ready for the chooks to tractor. I'll just pop these over here. Couple of old broccoli, they're not much use for anything. That's a fennel that's gone to seed. Not too much else going on there. That spinach we might try and preserve. Couple more broccoli, they can come out. Couple of leeks, they can go to the kitchen too. And that looks like it's about it. We've got a parsley here. Now, this is still going fairly well. The girls feed that to the rabbits, so I'll probably get in trouble if I let the chooks eat that. So we might pop that out and move it to the bay where we're going to plant our other veggies. If I'm moving something, I try and take a fair bit of dirt with it so we don't disrupt the root structure too much. So I'll just pop this over here for later.